Okay, so we have more Mandalorian season 2 news. Temuera
Ooh.
Morrison is playing Boba Fett in Mandalorian season
Oh,
2.
yeah, I saw that. I saw
Oh
that.
yeah.
Isn't he? No, I don't know if that was actually true. I saw something about Captain Rex too.
Yeah, I saw that rumor too. I didn't know if that was confirmed or not.
Yeah, I know about the Boba Fett one for sure though.
Yeah. So I'm actually I'm I'm excited about it and I'm not at the same time. I
Really?
yeah, I did love him as Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones. I thought he was great in that, and I'm glad that the special editions used his voice to redub Boba Fett in the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And I also loved him as Aquaman's dad in Aquaman movie. I thought he was great as that too. So I am definitely a fan of Tamara. It's just that I'm skeptical about it because it's similar to how I felt about the Ahsoka Tano news. Is this feeling too much like fan service a little bit? I don't know. I'm just kind of
Well,
worried about
I
that.
mean, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, because what was it? Wasn't it confirmed that like Boba Fett didn't die in the Sarlacc pit or whatever?
That is true. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason for him to be there at least. So
Yeah. And
I mean, and even if they use him in flashbacks, they could say like, oh, well, it could be a backstory for Boba Fett, which I mean would be nice.
right.
How?
Well, wasn't there supposed to be a Boba or Jango Fett movie?
Um.
They got like I think they're taking that material and putting it into the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I believe.
Oh well, yeah. There was supposed to be a movie at one point,
Yeah.
which thanks to what was it? I think it was like the mixed reviews of Solo. They ended up canceling it.
Well, it wasn't
mean,
really
yeah.
mixed reviews of Solo because it was like decent reviews. It's the fact that it underperformed that was the problem.
Right.
So
It's
that
also why Obi-Wan was going to be a series now.
yeah, I wanted as I said in Ruby's ranking of the Star Wars movies, I said I wanted a bounty hunter movie with Boba Fett and Han Solo and working for Jabba possibly and develop the rivalry between those two. I thought that would have been great, but they didn't decide to do that, and here we are. Darth Maul tease at the end that nobody wanted.
Oh, I haven't seen that Clone Wars yet. I didn't hear what you said, but
Oh no, I'm talking about the end of Solo with the Darth Maul reveal.
Yeah.
That,
oh, so
that was
yeah.
out of nowhere. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping I am looking forward to it because to be honest with you, I am I'm not a Boba Fett fan, and I don't understand the Boba Fett lovers unless they're going from the extended universe stuff
Yeah.
because he does
I
nothing.
seconds.
He doesn't do anything.
The only thing that I like about Boba Fett is the design. That's literally it. And even then, I would mix up the colors on his outfit. But that's
Well,
like the
think about
only thing I like about him.
Think about it like a Capcom or like video game character. The design is what's supposed to sell you, so that's enough reason for him to be your favorite. And then the reputation, again, everyone hypes him up as a badass bounty hunter, and he gets by in seconds.
Yes.
Right.
That makes him cool.
Right. I mean, like
You can imagine why he's cool. That's why he's
like
cool.
Darth Maul, but as a
I
bounty hunter.
understand why he's cool. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense why like the other Mandalorians aren't cooler, like the ones that you see in like what season I think 6 of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like those guys were a little more fleshed out. They had access to different weapons and stuff, and they actually did stuff.
Yeah.
And on top of that, looking at the clone troopers, throughout Clone Wars or just in the series in general, they did a lot more and were a lot more fleshed out than Boba or Jango Fett.
Yeah. The thing is, Boba and Jango aren't They aren't Mandalorians. They stole that stuff. They're not from Mandalore at all. So I don't expect them to really have connections with that. But yeah, it's just the fact that they built him up so much in the original trilogy, and then having that connection with Han Solo, which you were hoping there would be some payoff with that, but there wasn't really. It's just Boba Fett, where? And then he's gone. I'm like, what?
I get where you're coming from, and I'm not saying like they're connected to Mandalorians or anything, but like if it is supposed to just specifically sell you on design, like there are other characters that have a similar design but are more fleshed out.
Yeah. So, I hope that they do have the flashback of him crawling out of the Sarlacc pit, because you're gonna have some casuals being like, "Wait, he's dead." So at least explain that.
Yeah, they're gonna need to clarify that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a detail they sometimes drop and bring back at will. But they're like, he survived that, and then they go, no, he didn't quite make it.
I mean, unless they just do what they did with like Obi-Wan and Rebels, where he shows up as a hologram for a few seconds, or like, whatever.
Oh, that'd be cheap.
I know, but like at the same time, I wouldn't put it past Disney to do that. In all honesty, I'm kind of expecting that with Ahsoka.
Oh no, with Dave Filoni behind it, you know for damn sure he's gonna have Ahsoka do more than just hologram stuff.
If Dave Filoni is behind the writing, you're not gonna have Ahsoka just be a hologram for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I realize, he's definitely got like the reputation to back that up. But like after being hyped up for Obi-Wan and Rebels, and then seeing his inclusion in those two small scenes, a little bit skeptical.
Yeah, I feel you. Do you think he's gonna play? You think he's gonna play Boba and Rex? Do you think they're gonna have both characters in season 2?
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because Boba Fett is the son of Jango Fett, and all the clones are clones of Jango Fett. And plus, in the comics, they remark on like the similarities between Boba and Jango as well.
Mm-hmm. Then, who is that? Female Mandalorian rebels? What's her name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, yes. So there's rumors that she might be in there too. So I'm like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's exciting. I want to see a live action Bo-Katan.
I was gonna say that might be pushing it.
Yeah,
gotta be honest.
It might be. Well, at the same time though, because Rebels just got a sequel series announcement too. So
yeah.
I guess it kind of depends on what they do with that Rebels series sequel that determines how far pushing it they are here.
Yeah, so this is just this. I'm excited about it, and then I'm not, because like one of the things that I loved about The Mandalorian is that you didn't need to know anything else from the Star Wars universe to enjoy, The Mandalorian. It stood on its own. So it's like with all these characters coming in season 2, it's like, is it going to be Mandalorian season 2, or is it going to be a Rebels sequel or Clone Wars sequel featuring the Mandalorian? So plus they could also in terms of like with Rex, because they confirmed relatively recently that the old man in episode 6 was Rex. They might be doing that. Well, I'll be up for that too.
Yeah.
So overall, I am excited to see Temuera back in the Star Wars universe. I just hope they utilize him in a good way, and I hope it doesn't take away from the storyline of the Mandalorian himself and the stuff that we did from season 1. I hope that's all still intact, and hopefully doesn't become too much of fan service. So we will see.
We'll see.
Yeah.